How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Benji's Logs and Whatnots. I am Benji. I was about to say 2.0, but it is not that anymore. Holy crap. Old habits die bloody hard. Not only that, it is friggin' freezing at the moment. I do have the fire going on over there at the moment, but it is still very friggin' cold at the moment. So, yeah, I am considering on closing these bloody doors just so that we can, as you would say, heat up this part of the house at least, and then we can open these up and let the heat go down that way. I didn't go for that little walk that I was talking about because it was bloody pissing down rain before, so yeah, couldn't exactly go for a walk out in the rain. So instead we've been tackling this mother to get it bloody started, but now that it is going, hopefully it'll heat up the house a little bit better than what it currently is. I do want to go and get myself one of those internal, external thermostats, thermometers, or whatever you want to bloody call it, because I really want to find out on how bloody cold it is, both inside and outside. You know, I used to love winter, but now, give me some, not direct summer, but give us a day where it's nice and warm and everything else in between, and we'll be very happy with that. But as of right now, can't wait for the house to heat up because it is still fairly cold. It is about 4:48 at the moment, so hopefully that fire will warm up the house soon enough. On a little side note though, guys, we have had a little bit of a scare with the old man. He's got, as you would say, quite a lot of build-up of plaque in his veins or his arteries at the moment, so he's had to go down to the local, I wouldn't say local, he had to go into the city to see if he had to get stints in a lot of his bloody things, but luckily enough for him, he doesn't need it. But because they're going to be home about 6 o'clock, I'm just getting some things ready for dinner time. So we're going to have some spaghetti tonight. So the only thing that we've got at the moment is a red wine and Italian herb. So I think that will be alright. So I think most of that is cooked off. So either way, I'm just getting some things ready for it. Not only that, guys, that is finally pumping the heat out. I decided to go and put the fan on that it has inbuilt, and that is pumping the heat around this very area. Not only that, I've also closed the doors off, so that's going to make a massive difference. And once 5:30 comes along, I'll be having a little extra heat, if you know what I mean. Cooking up the noodles, cooking up the other bits and pieces. Alright, let's get this going, shall we? Already got a little bit of water in there, probably got about that much, about an inch. Fun little fact for you guys, if you want to cook pasta or anything faster, or boil the water a little bit quicker, get yourself a jug full of water, boil it up, dump it straight into your pot, and basically watch it go. Thought it was bloody raining for a second then. Had a crackling noise like pitter patter on the bloody rooftop. Now because that's got a bit of extra heat in it, and because it's on the gas, cooking with gas and everything else in between, that should theoretically boil up a lot quicker, so we can get the pasta going a little bit quicker, so when mum and dad get home they don't have to be sitting around waiting for us to pull our finger out and basically, yeah, wait for dinner. There's one, because there is one saying that I love: you can call me anything you want except for late for dinner. Because I do not like to be late for dinner for whatever reason. That it does include cooking it up and everything else in between. So I'm going to do it a little bit differently than the usual way. We've got the little spiral pasta here. So I'm going to dump that in the water, half a pack. Boil it up to the point where it's almost, as you would say, cooked to perfection. And then we'll, once we've cooked up the meat and got the sauce going, we'll basically just dump the whole thing into that, except the water, of course, because we don't want it too bloody runny. I certainly do find that there is one particular meat that I do like more than anything else in between. That is pork and beef mince in one. It does make the sketty 1,000 times better. And don't worry guys, I don't have Becky with me. She is in her cage for a very simple fact. I don't want to fall on her in the bloody in here. And this little fun thing, one of the best things you can have for this, because all you got to do is just this, stomp it down into the mince, and it cuts it up bloody beautifully. As always, have me stinking hand in the way. Alright, now that we've got that sorted out, time to put the sauce in there. There. Usually put a slurp of water in the bottle, shake the living shit out of it, get the rest of the stuff out of it, like so. It's not 100% perfect, but it gets the rest of the stuff out. Don't like to waste food, not around here. Pretty much everything that we eat usually gets a couple of serves out of it. We'll mix this up with the sauce. I'll put my hand in the way as always. Now that we've got the sauce and the meat together, we'll bring the spiral pasta around, dump that in there as well, and guess what? We'll mix the whole lot in together, like so. That does look quite nice, I will admit. I'll probably overcook the pasta with when we boiled it up, but that is alright. Extra soft pasta is always good in my books, easier to digest. Now because we've done that, time for us to just put the lid on like so. Get that burner going, and then just basically whoop, push that over there, turn that off, and that right there will sit there until Mum and Dad get home. I will occasionally just come over and give it a bit of a stir up so it doesn't stick to the bottom. As always, I'll just keep that on low like so, and that should be pretty right to go. So I do occasionally cook, guys, as long as it's like some form of mince, like spaghetti or savoury mince or rich beefy mince. That is something I can cook. Steaks, that's the next question. I always overdo the damn things to what I know there's rare, medium rare, and then what's the next one after that? It's like rare well done or something. There's still a little bit of pink in there, but it's not much. I always seem to overcook the damn things. Just don't ask me to cook your fish, because you'll end up getting a bloody bootstrap by the time I'm finished with it. Not very good at cooking fish, I will admit. But mind you, I did use the char grill about 2 years ago. I did end up buying a snapper from work and basically chucking the whole fish straight on there, and just, it did end up coming out quite nice. I did burn a couple of spots, but that's kind of what you expect with char grills. but it did end up having extra awesome flavour and everything else in between. But yeah, it's not very often you guys will see me in the kitchen. I do twice a week do the dishes, but yeah, that's twice a week. But I'm not going to be filming that. That was a perfect bloody fill. That was bloody delish. I will admit that was bloody good spaghetti. Wouldn't have thought that red wine and Italian herbs in a tomato sauce was going to be so good for skitty. But anyway, not very often you guys will see me in the kitchen doing that. But there you go, I do cook. Very basic food. It wasn't exactly a nice little nature walk either. I wanted to go down to the other end of town to have a nice little walk up to the corner and a little bit of a behind the farm location that we've got up there. It's a nice little spot to do. I do have Miss Becky on the head at the moment. She's wagging her tail at the moment. That's what you guys are hearing. It sounds like a bloody fan going off. But yeah, didn't get a chance to go for a walk, but we'll definitely do it in the next couple of days once the weather clears up a bit. So I'm saying that, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to bore you too much more of me sitting around in the bloody room yet again. We'll see you guys in the next video. So it is an Arrivederci for now. So I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Until then, as always, keep it cheesy.